Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. They will all come for XRP. I'm telling you, all of the biggest institutional players, some of the most prolific names in the world of finance, not just crypto, but legacy finance as well, they will come around. In fact, we're seeing more than just a hint of that lately, haven't we? I've got a couple really good examples for you here. But not only going to talk about that, also, in this video, this latest Moon Lambo hot jam, I'm going to make fun of a bunch of toxic Bitcoin maximalists because, let's just be real, that's a blasty blast. That's just a good old-fashioned time for anybody. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. I just wanted to briefly mention this article on your screen here. I'm not even going to read through it. It's from FX Empire. XRP news today. SEC appeal withdrawal hopes fuel 5-day XRP rally. Folks, don't fall for narratives like this. I know that legacy media and even crypto media, they'll frequently fall for this. There's a reason that people that have been in crypto for more than 5 seconds don't believe this crap. It's not that real world events don't impact what happens in crypto. It's that more frequently than not, the market is doing something, and then on any given day, if it's a notable thing that happens in terms of market performance to the upside or downside, whatever happens to be occurring related to that ecosystem that day, it's attributed to that. Even if it doesn't perfectly line up. And you'll notice this if you watch, like, when did the news break? I mean, we're in the age of information, so, if it doesn't perfectly line up, it's not like the news is out there, everybody's got access to it, and then they wait like half a day to respond to it. Like, some of this crap just doesn't make sense. It's just, if you look at the price chart for XRP, like, there's nothing that would indicate that this news really did much of anything, and it doesn't line up. Like, look, I've been covering all sorts of stuff having to do with SEC and Ripple and the appeals and stuff. It just doesn't freaking matter. So I just wanted to say a little side piece on that. But let's get to some bigger news. So there's this headline. ETF store president reveals bold timeline for BlackRock to file XRP ETF. And I'm very thrilled to highlight this because it just so happens to be the case that the ETF store president happens to be espousing the same thoughts that I've been sharing for over a year and a half at this point, ever since it became popular to talk about Bitcoin and crypto ETF. So that would have been later part of 2023, and that's when we kind of got wind of, okay, the Bitcoin ETF, it's going to get approved, and it did get approved in January 2024. Once that came around, I was talking more frequently because that was one of the hot topics. I was like, guys, understand that it's gonna happen with XRP too. Like BlackRock, you name whatever big firm, anybody that's gonna be interested in delving into the world of crypto, they're gonna be coming, because why wouldn't they? And you know what the reason is? Well, check this out. Nate Garaci, the president of ETF Store, has issued a bold prediction for XRP, expressing confidence that multi-trillion-dollar asset manager BlackRock will file for an XRP ETF. Garaci shared this perspective in a tweet today, logging his formal prediction for the XRP investment space. Specifically, he expressed conviction that BlackRock will submit applications for both Solana and XRP ETFs. So let me jump down here and get to some of the meat of this here. Here we go. Garaci pointed out that BlackRock currently leads the crypto ETF markets for Bitcoin and Ethereum with the largest inflows. Garaci stressed that he does not see BlackRock allowing competitors to launch ETFs for top crypto assets like XRP and Solana without a fight. Folks, that is what I'm talking about. And look, this is what the guy does for a living. I've been saying this for well over a year. BlackRock is not going to just sit on the sidelines. And I talked about it also at the beginning of October. I believe it was October 2nd when we found out that the first firm ever was going to file for an XRP ETF. And I was like, guys, BlackRock's coming, right? And I still firmly believe that. They're not just going to sit on the sidelines here. Are you kidding me? The world's largest asset manager on the planet. I think they've currently got like over $11 trillion in assets under management. It's somewhere around there anyway. Some stupid number. Just gigantic. And so they want to dominate Bitcoin and ETH, but not XRP markets? Are you kidding me? They don't care. They see dollar signs and customers willing to buy their investment vehicle, that product. an XRP ETF, which is backed by actual XRP, which is why it matters for you and I. XRP literally will back all of this. Yes, of course they're going to jump in. This is the biggest no-brainer on the freaking planet. I know they haven't been willing to talk about it, and Larry Fink hasn't been willing, their CEO hasn't been willing to talk about it publicly. He's been asked about it publicly, and he just sidesteps the question. Of course they're coming in. Of course they are. And so here was the full post. I'm ready to log formal prediction. This is Nate Garachi here. He says, BlackRock will file for both Solana and XRP ETFs. Solana could be any day. Think XRP once lawsuit concluded. Okay, that's not crazy to think that they could be waiting. I don't know why they would, though. Clearly, XRP has legal clarity. It might be the case that Nate just doesn't understand that XRP has legal clarity and that the SEC isn't disputing any of the actual attributes of XRP. They're not disputing its non-security status. He may just not know that. If you're in the XRP community, you're more in the weeds in that sense, like I am. So you and I know that. He probably just doesn't know that legitimately, which is not a dig against him. You can't know all things about every single crypto ecosystem. But if you don't know that, that's a pretty reasonable guess. I just don't see why BlackRock would cede that ground and let others have a head start, which is what would happen potentially. I mean, unless the lawsuit ends soon. Which, by the way, isn't to say, I mean, the timing could work out that, yes, the appeal goes away from the SEC and Ripple, and then you do see BlackRock file. It could just happen to play out that way anyway. All I'm saying is I'm skeptical that is their thinking. But anyway, then he says, BlackRock is currently the leader by assets in both Bitcoin and Ether ETFs. I simply don't see them allowing competitors to come in and launch ETFs on two of the top 5 non-stablecoin crypto assets without any sort of fight. I also believe BlackRock will file for crypto index ETFs, by the way. Okay, now that's the one that'll be a game changer for the everyday person. If you've got an ETF that just say tracks, maybe it's the top 10 coins, you can pick whatever it is, maybe it's 20, 30, whatever. If you've got something like that and it automatically adjusts based on whatever's happening in the market, so it's a set it and forget it type of thing, that's the equivalent of like an S&P 500 index fund. That's an ETF too. So that absolutely. There are all sorts of ETFs that track the S&P 500. So that'll be such a game changer, and XRP would be a part of that too. That's the coolest damn thing. I mean, it's going to be big here. Now, of course, we've got a bunch of idiot sticks out in the world, so let's go ahead and laugh at some of the stupid things they say. I came across this thanks to chart analyst Greg Crypto. I shared a screen grab of Scott Melker, aka the Wolf of Wall Street, sharing this news that Nate Garachi says BlackRock will file for XRP and Solana ETF, so that's what he believes. But then there's this guy who I wasn't familiar with, Tom Hu, and here's what Greg Crypto had to say. He says, when I read that BlackRock is about to file for XRP and Solana, and then here's someone like Tom Hu, CEO of Nirvana, a DeFi backed by Sequoia, Polychain, and Founders Fund, calling XRP a scam, it's clear to me that Tom is either completely clueless or just a hired mouthpiece. This gives off major red flags about Bitcoin maxis still not understanding that the world is changing. Yeah, they're definitely going to be missing out here. It's just such a stupid perspective here. And so this guy, Tom Hu, who is, toxic Bitcoin maximalist perhaps, he's getting actual funding from major firms. So anyway, he responded to Scott Melker and he said, not great. We really don't need ETFs for scams like XRP, LOL. Oh, is that right, Tom Hu? What secret information do you have that you have yet to share with the public to prove that XRP is a scam? It's been around for over a decade, and you're telling me that some of the smartest people on the planet, some of the richest multimillionaires and billionaires backing it and also building on top of the XRP ledger itself. All that's happened. And we're also talking about the SEC, which did sue Ripple and absolutely attacked XRP. And the SEC found there was no fraudulent behavior from Ripple or anyone in the... Because you're telling me that the SEC, who was trying to destroy XRP and the XRP ledger, they couldn't find proof of it being a scam, but you know? What the fuck do you know, Tom? I'm thinking the answer is jack shit. That's the answer. I'm pretty damn sure that he knows absolutely nothing, but he's running his mouth. And this is what you get from toxic Bitcoin maximalists. It's a scam, LOL. Like, this is what, like, he's living in his own stupid little echo chamber with a bunch of toxic Bitcoin maximalists that are just gonna giggle together, enjoying the comment. Like, that's what they're doing. Like, Can you imagine having a brain that works like that and thinking this is good? Like, they say stuff like this, and then they parrot it. They'll say the stupidest thing, including lies about XRP explicitly. They'll just parrot it. Then it just goes off. But it doesn't matter because the legends keep coming. So I made a video yesterday highlighting that legendary trader John Bollinger, he's posting about XRP. Now, I'll just note this. Tons of analysts are recognizing the significance of this. And I'm going to highlight a few of the examples, a few of the things that they had to say that I didn't cover in my video when I talked about this. Tons of analysts are recognizing the significance of John Bollinger's post about XRP. Now, mind you, he hasn't posted about XRP since 2018, about 7 years ago. But now he is. And it's not even about fundamental perspective. It's about the charts. This is a legendary chart guy. I don't even think he'd consider himself a crypto guy, though he will talk about some crypto things. He has a storied career going back decades and decades and decades, and John Bollinger created the metric known as Bollinger Bands, which we used very extensively throughout 2024 in the XRP community, noting that they were the tightest in history and that they were about to break. And so I went into great detail on that yesterday, so I'm not going to harp on that part too much, just wanted to mention it. But this is what I say. So like when I say they will all come for XRP, yes, here's a great example of somebody who wasn't even, didn't even have XRP on the radar. He's looking, he's like, yep. So you can talk about it, whether it's someone like this coming at it from a chart perspective, you can talk about it on its institutional level, and BlackRock's going to be coming. They're going to be coming. It doesn't matter. Everyone's eventually going to figure this out. And you know how the toxic Bitcoin maximalists, they like to say, you get the Bitcoin price that you deserve. And they say it all snarky. Like, oh, you stupid idiots, you didn't figure it out. Now you have to pay more. That's the Bitcoin price you deserve. Well, you know what? If that's the case, you're going to get the XRP price that you deserve, you stupid, dumbass Bitcoin maximalist. And it's probably going to be double digits by the time you figure this out, if not higher. And so here's a post from the blockchain backer. He shared the John Bollinger post from the other day. And John Bollinger shared this with his 237,300 followers on X. He said, of all the major crypto vehicles, Ripple resisted the recent singing of the siren song best. Will it become the new leader? XRP USD. Now, of course, I'm giving him a pass. I don't think he knows a lot about the XRP ecosystem. He's looking at the chart and he just is convinced of what he's convinced of. So he called XRP Ripple. He gets a pass. I'll give him a pass. I don't think he knows there's no evidence he's trolling whatsoever. He never talks about XRP. It's been 7 years. He gets a pass. This guy gets a pass, all right? But the blockchain backer reposted that and said, John Bollinger, the creator of the Bollinger Bands, hasn't posted in 2 weeks, then comes out to acknowledge that XRP has been the strongest, potentially the new leader. That's right. See, it is nice to see chart analysts, including in the XRP community, acknowledging the significance of this. That's why I wanted to take a moment to highlight this. It mattered to see somebody as legendary as John Bollinger saying this. That doesn't just happen. There are tens of thousands of cryptocurrencies outside of all the stupid ass meme coins. He's not talking about them. He's talking about XRP. Read between the lines, folks. Here's a post from Crypto Insight UK. He reposted that. And he said, I retweeted this yesterday, XRP. Are we underestimating this potential move? Remember, John is only looking at technicals with no emotional or fundamental understanding, probably. Yeah, that's the cool thing about this. I don't think he's caring about the fundamentals of the art, which is fine. It's totally fine. Because he's a chart guy. But he's still talking about it, based on the technicals, presumably. That's a wow factor to me. Chart analyst Credible Crypto, another legendary guy in the XRP community, he also reposted this and he simply wrote Zerpit XRP. And then we had this from Charting Guy. He also reposted it and said, ladies and gentlemen, John Bollinger, the creator of the infamous Bollinger Bands indicator, has spoken. Damn straight he has. Now, of course, that being said, not everyone is going to quickly understand this. So let's go ahead and highlight a couple select toxic Bitcoin maximalists and discuss their shenanigans because it's hilarious to me. So somebody named Vance wrote a post and he said, all in on XRP. But is that really even considered an altcoin anymore? It's leading this bull and is goated, meaning of course greatest of all time. And that was reposted by Charting Guy, and he simply shared the XRP ticker symbol, but with a meme. And it's got, what's that guy's name? He's the guy that plays Morpheus in The Matrix. And there he is playing Morpheus in The Matrix. And wearing those really cool glasses from the 90s. And the meme says, "What if I told you Bitcoin is the altcoin now?" And of course it isn't, but it's still a funny joke just because XRP's been outperforming. But then you get a toxic Bitcoin maximalist responding to this, and you can tell he's toxic really easily. Do you know how to spot this, guys? He's got a lightning emoji. He has the lightning emoji in his name. He put that in there. Anybody that has that in there in the Bitcoin community is a toxic Bitcoin maximalist. 100% of them, no exceptions. And he absolutely is. And it's so funny. They're like so proud of this lightning thing, this layer 2 technology. That how long have they been working on that shit now? Like a decade? I don't know. It might as well have been infinity. It feels like that long. And how many humans have adopted it? Like 2 or 3 max? And then they gave up on it? So I think we're back to 0. I don't know. But they got the lightning logo in there. So like they're showing there's the poet. Anyway, so he responds to Charting Guy and he says, "Just like Ethereum, shitcoins go to 0 when you hold Bitcoin as your money." What a dipshit thing to say. Like, what a complete and utter dipshit thing to say. Shit, look at the pompousness of these people. They're so pompous. My God. You know that these people walk around sniffing their own farts. They're hanging out in their little Bitcoin maxi echo chamber, and it's enclosed. There's no fresh air getting in. They're just like, "Oh, that's our band." They're sniffing their own farts. That's all they're doing in there. It's weird, guys. It's really freaking weird. It all goes to 0 because of reasons. Except for the rest of the world disagrees with you. That's investing in crypto asset class, or else you wouldn't have coins like XRP that have persisted for over a decade. And any metric you look at, long term, it's only increasing. You idiot stick. So Charting Guy responded to him and he said, "XRP outperforms Bitcoin this cycle, dumbass." I like the bluntness of him. You know, brevity is the soul of wit. Brevity is the soul of wit. You know who said that? It's Bill Shakespeare. Bill Shakespeare, everybody. Charting Guy is an everyday Bill Shakespeare. Here's another one. Somebody named Nico, another maximalist, responded to Charting Guy and wrote, "This post has to be a complete joke. Bitcoin is God's money and XRP is pure evil." Facepalm emoji. That's right. This magic internet money, XRP specifically, it's decentralized and utilizing distributed ledger technology. It is the epitome of evil. It is Satan. But Bitcoin is God's money. Well, thank you for evoking religion in what is computer code, nonsensically. Go ahead and do that. Have a grand old time. Well, Charting Guy reposted that, and I laughed quite a bit at his post here, so I got to share it with you. Here's what he had to say. So he wrote, "Oh yeah, God created the blockchain in 7 days, and Jesus mined Bitcoin back in Bethlehem, using a divinely powered ASIC rig to secure the network of salvation." Don't forget the infamous flood, where Moses took 2 of every crypto, Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Solana, etc., and stored them on his immutable ledger, the Ark chain, to save them from extinction by the deluge of fiat currency. Oh man, that's a good one there. And there's some people that got a little bit too serious in the religion department there. They're blasphemy. I'm like, just shut your stupid little mouth. It's a joke. Anything online, your religion isn't so special that you cannot be joked upon. Have a sense of humor. It's not a big deal. It's like anything that isn't important to you can be made fun of, but just the thing that's special to you cannot. That's not how life works, folks. Like, grow up. It wasn't many people like that, but I scrolled through and I saw some of those comments like, my God, it's a joke. It's not actual hate. It is a funny joke about Bitcoin and God. Like, that's it. And it's to mock a toxic Bitcoin maximalist. It's great. Great delivery. I was very happy to see this. God damn it. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say, all right? That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.